guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we are going to be getting into everything Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. First, we're going to get into the audio of Cardi B explaining why she decided to basically go from one cheater to another cheater, from Offset to Stefon Diggs. Then we're going to get into recently an OnlyFans model decided to speak out saying that she had dealings with NFL star Stefon Diggs. And last but not least, we're going to get into the fact that JT and Cardi B are going back and forth on Twitter as we speak right now. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So yes, today Cardi B decided to get on Twitter Space and she decided to answer the question that fans have been asking her for the longest time. I know you guys probably seen this on social media, Instagram, Twitter, somewhere, people asking and wondering why Cardi B, and people assume that Cardi B went from one cheater to another cheater. They're like, why did you go from Offset, who was a cheater, to Stefon Diggs? And Cardi B actually decided to give an answer.
Separated from a cheater to go to somebody else because I was tired of that relationship. It's more than just cheating. That's the thing that y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know y'all don't know most of the. It's more than just cheating. It was a lot. I couldn't take it no more. I had to go to the hospital because I couldn't take it no more. A hospital. You have managers when you have a management and you have a label. When your management and your label is getting together because they are concerned, it's time to go. When it's affecting your work, when you can't even record, it's time to go. And I left. God, I don't know. I just feel like I've been so happy for this pregnancy, and I've been so motivated. I've been pregnant, and I've been motivated, and I've been getting to work because every single day.
So in a way, the way that Cardi B is explaining it, she's saying it wasn't just the cheating that made her leave husband Offset. That's not the only reason why she decided to separate from Offset. It was other things. And I can only imagine the way that Cardi B was talking and reacting to certain things. We know when she went live that one year and she was like going off, it seems like Offset was playing a lot of manipulation, mind games with her. So, you know, it wasn't only the cheating, it was also her being played with mentally and emotionally that made her leave or want to be separated from Offset. I don't know. I kind of assume that Cardi B is saying cheating is just not enough to make me leave or not want to deal with a man. It's almost like Cardi B is immune to dealing with a man who cheats. And some women are like, some women are like, hey, it's okay, but just make sure you make me feel special. As long as you put me first, as long as I'm the main, I'm not really worried about what you do outside of me. But Cardi B, like I said, I assume that she's basically saying it was way more than that. You know, he started to do other things, and that's when I decided to leave. And we have to look at the fact that Cardi B did decide to stay with Offset for years after the first cheating scandal, right? He was cheating continuously. She decided to stay. So of course it had to be, or it ended up being more than just cheating. And this could be Cardi B saying that she's okay with Stefon Diggs cheating or having other women. I assume that she is. I'm pretty sure Cardi B knows that, you know, he has other things going on. But like I said, in this Twitter space, it definitely gives that Cardi B is saying, well, he was doing all of these other things, right? And maybe she's saying, and I'm just assuming, I'm not trying to put words in her mouth, that Stefon Diggs, yeah, he may, you know, be having some other women on the side, but he treats me special. And we can see that he is doing that. And some people may just be like, for how long, Cardi B? How long? Anyways, let's go ahead and get into our second topic surrounding rapper Cardi B and NFL star Stefon Diggs. And this is the fact that an OnlyFans model 3 days ago decided to speak out on Twitter saying that she had dealings with NFL star Stefon Diggs. And she's basically insinuating that Stefon Diggs is cheating on Cardi B. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into what she had to say. And if you guys are wondering why this OnlyFans model decided to speak out and say this, she's basically responding to the news that it came out that Cardi B is pregnant by NFL star Stefon Diggs. She said, I'm not even mad at Cardi B. Congrats to them. That boy got some good AD. So I understand her trapping him. Y'all know that I can take blank, but that little boy had me tapping out, okay? So then she decides to show some receipts of her and Stefan Diggs texting, and it seems like he sent her a picture. It got explicit, okay? You know what I'm saying? We're not seeing too much, but we seeing enough of Stefan Diggs. Also, she decided to post this message, and allegedly this is Stefan Diggs messaging her, and it says 3 days ago. Now, first things first, when I did see the text messages and I seen the picture that he allegedly sent her, when I seen his hair, I was like, obviously this is not anything recent. So I was like, yeah, she messed around with Stefan Diggs, but this was in the past. But then when she shows the message that it says 3 days ago, I'm like, ooh, yeah, like she's basically insinuating that he's been cheating on Cardi B recently. And then she decided to say, guess I'm the baby daddy snatcher. Of course, Cardi B and Stefan Diggs fans, people who are fans of their relationship, was going to come after her. They see her as being messy. And honestly, this is messy. I'm not gonna lie to you. But anyway, she said, when people accuse me of wanting clout, but they don't know if I really wanted it, I would post one of the numerous NUDES that he sent me, or one of the 2XX you know what videos we made. FYI, yeah, I massaged that thing hole in them you know what's with my tongue. So she's basically, like I said, she's giving us the explicit, raw, uncut stuff that she was doing with Stefan Diggs, and she was talking about she be licking that thing in the back. Okay, that was a lot for her to say. Like I said, just very messy for her to come out and say that. I want to know what you guys think about that. This OnlyFans model coming out and saying that she doesn't want clout, but then at the same time she's just being messy and exposing what she had going on with Stefan Diggs. Now, finally, let's go ahead and get into the fact that JT and Cardi B are going back and forth right now on Twitter. Yes, I did not expect this to happen. Now, for the people who may be confused, like, why is Cardi B and JT going back and forth on Twitter? I'm going to go ahead and get into the very beginning, not the very beginning, but we're going to get into what happened recently, why these two are like going back and forth. So Cardi B, we know that she recently dropped her album, Am I the Drama? And on her album, one of her songs is Magnet. Now, in this song, a lot of people assume that she was throwing a lot of shade towards rapper JT. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get into the lyrics of Cardi B's song Magnet so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. Now, I heard from a little birdie the verse 1 was for rapper Ice Spice. That was shade thrown to allegedly Ice Spice, and verse 2 is shade thrown to rapper JT. But we know that Cardi B, she didn't mention any names in this song, so this is really just a lot of speculation and assumptions. But let's go ahead and get into these lyrics. Now, look, y'all, it's a lot of cursing. Y'all already know I can't get into these curse words, but we'll try to get around them. Let's go ahead. It says, now let's talk about this Hing AB, ungrateful AB. I don't care, met somebody, gotta say it AB. Fake friend AB, a clown AB. On the net, kick your friend while she's down AB. Okay, now this was an indicator for a lot of people. A lot of people felt like this was like proof that she was talking about JT, especially us knowing that JT and Young Miami, they did go back and forth on Twitter some years ago. And we know Young Miami, she was going through her own stuff, and she was talking about how JT doesn't really stand up for her and defend her, and she's not really there for her. So Cardi B allegedly y'all, saying you was kicking your friend while she was down. Anyways, she also says your loyalty depends on who you're around, AB. Backdoor HO, blank low AB. You shady AB, you've been trashed since birth. Mama didn't want you. Brenda's baby AB, tail wagging AB, bottom feeder AB, all that D-riding and still ain't get no features AB. She just mad that she got it in. She be sharing bags with my end cheap, but I don't stick no blanks in his ASS. B, you look a hot mess, easily impressed AB. Okay, so those were the lyrics to Cardi B's Magnet. She was definitely throwing a lot of shade. Now, like I said, Cardi B, she did drop her album a few days ago, so it seems like, you know, JT heard that. She may have gotten her feelings, and now she's deciding to respond, and her and Cardi B are going back and forth. Okay, now this is what JT had to repost on her Twitter. She decided to not only seemingly throw shade to Cardi B, but also her man Stefan Diggs as well, because we know that Stefan Diggs, his old friend Chris Blake Griffith, he has been deciding to speak out and say that Stefan Diggs was trying to, do some things with him. He was touching on him. He is basically accusing Stefan Diggs of, I can't really say that word, but yeah, trying to get down and dirty with him. And he's been insinuating that, yes, NFL star Stefan Diggs is G-A-Y, okay?
You get tired of suffering in silence. I want to tell somebody, I think I'm at that point. I want to tell someone.
So JT, she decides to repost this report on what Chris Blake Griffith is detailing about his interactions with Stefan Diggs, and she tags Patriots, CNN. She also decided to tag Cardi B. So this kind of lets me know that JT was ready for the drama. She was ready to go back and forth with Cardi B today. Paola, Mexico, Atlantic Records. She just tagging everyone. Now y'all already know Cardi B's fans, they're gonna stick up for her. They were coming for JT, and they were posting pictures of her man Lil Uzi Vert. This is what one person said. They were like, B, is this your man? You got bigger fish to fry. JT, she was like, yes, my man does this, mind his business, work hard, take care of his family, inspired his generation, and doesn't snatch ASS. So JT is basically accusing Stefan Diggs of trying to snatch, you know what? That's basically what Chris Blake is saying about Stefan Diggs. And he kind of has been speaking out and saying something for the longest. And at this point, JT is saying, this is not getting a lot of coverage. But it's like, JT, if you didn't have beef with Cardi B, would you even care what Chris Blake was saying? Would you even care if his story about what he went through with NFL star Stefan Diggs got coverage or not, or enough coverage? You wouldn't, okay? This is all in the means of you trying to be petty towards Cardi B. And then, this is falling on her man, Stefan Diggs. This also says his style is what made him Lil Uzi. We are still talking about Chris right now. Focus, okay? And I'm not in any way, before anybody takes that the wrong way, I'm not standing up for Stefan Diggs in any way. I did see that Stefan Diggs did respond to Chris Blake on his Finsta story. He decided to post a video of his friends confronting Chris Blake. Like, from what Stefan Diggs was saying, because I did hear his end and what he wrote, he was like, yeah, Chris Blake just got upset because I caught him stealing from me and I decided to not be his friend anymore. So he put out a lot of lies about me. And if you guys don't know anything about that story, Stefan Diggs' brother got arrested for, him and his friends, beating up Chris Blake. If y'all know about that story, y'all seen that surveillance video, you would know his brother decided to go in. And basically Chris Blake, I think, in a way, this is what Stefan Diggs is saying. I'm only telling his side of the story. He just tried to flip the narrative before it came out to the public. He thought that I was going to say something about it and I was going to expose him. But in reality, what really happened was I caught him stealing from me, and my brothers went to go, and his friends or whatever went to go snatch whatever he was stealing from me, and he ended up getting beat up from him not only being a fake friend but also stealing from me as well. And it was also this video of all of the shoes and all of the jewelry and all of the things that Chris Blake had stole from Stefan Diggs while hanging around him and being his friend. So we really don't know what story is true, but I guess we'll end up seeing. Anyways, another person said, couldn't wait till Friday. And then JT, she said, no, I don't give a F if that B sell 1 million units. She gonna always be a fraud. Non-rapping AB couldn't even find a word to rhyme with fake. We saw it with our own eyes. Was she a non-rapping AB when you used to be up in her face smiling and happy to have her on your song though? And then JT was like, well, yes. Another person said, not because of how he dressed or expressed. So you and Uzi actually do be sharing bags, huh? And then JT was like, show me a photo of me and my N sharing a bag. My N been having the F we gotta share for. Y'all get up for anything. Blank, get up for Chris. Okay. Now then Cardi B decides to insert herself. She decides to get in this drama and respond to JT. She said, I want justice for them babies that your man make you ABORT every time. Ask what he told me about how he felt when he wanted to see Brit in that courtroom and she didn't show up, or do I need to play the audio? And don't let me say what he's saying about Rock Nation. Just ungrateful, okay? Now, Cardi B decides to post some text messages that are allegedly between JT and Lil Uzi Vert. And I'm like, how did she get these text messages? But let's go ahead and get into it. So allegedly, y'all, I'm not for sure. These text messages are between JT, Lil Uzi Vert, and it seems like JT is in the blue and Lil Uzi Vert is in the gray. So this says, I don't want to come up there sick and moody. Then you get mad and curse me out, and then I beat you up. It's too much. Lil Uzi Vert allegedly says, I want because I invited you to. And then she says, I have to work. Come here. I'll come after we leave Miami if we still like each other. And then Lil Uzi Vert says, allegedly, you think that I ever been through this? Be honest. I love this ish. You love me. And JT is like, laughing my A off. You blank. You make me evil. I don't act like this. And then Lil Uzi Vert says, you mad at me? Yeah, but it's just because you. And then the pregnant emoji. So it makes you even, and we don't see the rest. And then here's some more text messages. This is JT this time in the gray, Lil Uzi Vert allegedly in the blue. So JT allegedly says, really turned on me for her. You showed her. Then he says, no, I didn't. You did that to make her feel good. I understand. I go so hard for you. I would never turn on you for a N ever. Man, Uzi, why you pretend to care about me? Yada yada, we don't see the rest. So this situation got very, very messy between JT and Cardi B. Honestly, I don't think that it's over. Also, there is, some messages and some reposts of JT saying that Cardi B is pregnant by a GAY man. But honestly, for JT and Cardi B, I don't see why everybody is so worried about the type of man that they are with. Like, obviously, JT is happy with Lil Uzi Vert. Let her be happy. And then also Cardi B is happy with her man, Stephon Diggs. Just y'all go ahead and be in y'all relationships and be happy with the man that y'all decided to be with. Okay? Stop trying to point one or the other out for whoever they're with. Honestly, I feel like in a way, Cardi B can't point out anything with Lil Uzi Vert and JT's relationship, and the same thing about JT. Like, especially because all of the backlash and criticism that she gets with her being with Lil Uzi Vert, who, sometimes can dress in a feminine way. So the last thing that I would think that JT would be trying to make fun of or talk about is someone being with a man who is allegedly or seemingly GAY. Like I said, because of all of the backlash that she gets from being with Lil Uzi Vert. But in a way, I really do think that it makes her feel better to say this. And also, we can't act like this time Cardi B didn't start it. I'm not standing up for Cardi B. I'm also not standing up for JT. Like I said, I just think the whole situation in general is very messy. Now, to end everything off, or what I think is the end, I don't know if there's going to be even more that's posted, but it seems like JT decided to get on Snapchat and she's basically calling Cardi B a snitch. She's like, you're supposed to be this and that. In a way, it does seem like JT is trying to say that those messages between her and Lil Uzi Vert seemingly allegedly are not true. Those are false messages. But it's just like, why would Cardi B be posting these fake messages? How did she even get these messages? The situation is confusing and messy, but I will keep you guys up to date if you guys want to be kept up to date with this messy drama going on between rappers JT and Cardi B. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Let me know what you think about JT and Cardi B going back and forth. What do you think about this OnlyFans model deciding to expose the fact that allegedly NFL star Stephon Diggs, aka Cardi B's man, has been messaging her and he's allegedly cheating on Cardi B? And also, what do you guys think about Cardi B explaining why she went from one cheater to another cheater? Basically saying like, well, this cheater treats me better than the other cheater. That's what I took it as. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Once again, thank you for watching Room for Tea. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a blessed rest of your night.